I want to take a moment to look at what it is we're going to do in the upcoming lessons. Right now, we have everything downloading as one big main chunk, as we saw in the last lesson. The reason for this is because of the tool called Webpack, which we've discussed before throughout this course, that actually helps us bundle together all of our files. Whenever we see these imports that we've written throughout this course so far, we're actually using what's called a static import, meaning that when Webpack encounters this file, it sees that we're importing in homepage, shop page, sign-in page, all these components, all these files, and it just bundles them all together because we want to statically include them together. Instead, what we want to leverage is the new dynamic import syntax. Dynamic import means that it pulls in the import almost like a promise. So you can imagine where we only want to import the file and then load it when necessary. That's pretty much what dynamic import means. Now, this is a feature that actually gets included due to a Babel configuration that Create React App hides away from us. We'll learn more about Babel and Webpack in a later lesson. But all you need to know right now is that that's the main thing we need to leverage. Now, leveraging it in React is actually really easy because we use what's called React Lazy. And React Lazy is something we simply import in from React. Now, with React Lazy, we're able to wrap our components inside of the lazy function that we got back from React. And we are able to use it really well in conjunction with React Router, because React Router by default allows us to support code splitting, which is what we're trying to do, split up our code into chunks. So all we would do is just end up replacing any place where we have route components with these new lazy loaded components. What will end up happening is that whenever a user navigates to this route, and then we need to actually load this route, Webpack ahead of time during the build step will have already chunked our code accordingly using that new lazy loaded function, so that what happens is that when they hit home, they will get the homepage chunk. When they hit shop, they'll get the shop page chunk. When they hit checkout, they'll get the checkout page chunk. And we're actually able to leverage this at any point where there are routes. So as you remember inside of our shop page, we also have routes. So here we can also lazy load these components as well in the same syntax we're going to write in the upcoming lessons. But mainly what we're doing is we're leveraging React Lazy with React Router so that we download chunks at the route level. Instead of at a certain time where it might seem awkward and discombobulated, routing seems to make the most sense as the place where we need to add chunking. So I just wanted to take this moment to take a quick high-level look at what we're going to do. Now, the actual implementation of it is very simple, and we'll see that in the next lesson.